A spirit guide is a human being that very often you've known in past lives, interesting enough, but they were human at one time. They progressed into spirit and they've evolved spiritually, so they're at a higher level than you, therefore they can advise you, but they were you, okay? They're not an angel or a perfect being, okay?
Okay.
They're not ready to ascend yet, but they're a lot higher than you and I would be. Now, an Arcturian is a whole different ballgame. This is like you might use the term archangel. We call them ascended masters, but these are perfect beings. That's a very different kind of advisor. Because these spirit guides can sometimes make mistakes. They can screw up a little bit sometimes. I mean, they're not trying to hurt you, but some of them are immature and they can say things they shouldn't say, like maybe they give you some intonation to the future and maybe you weren't supposed to know that because you were supposed to make your own choices. You see what I mean? So sometimes they mess up, you know. But so spirit guides can, you know, they can like make mistakes. The higher self is the one that coordinates with that and supervises this. So when you're working with Halleck, your higher self is still there.
Right.
It's not going to interfere. It's not going to say, hey, man, hey, look at me. You know, it's not going to wave or anything. But it will be, it brings in, your higher self always brings in the spirit guides. Now, if it's an Arcturian ascended master, it still brings that in. Okay, so right now, the reason I asked you this, I want to make sure that this is a good spirit because he's telling you everything that's positive, right?
Yeah, he's never said anything negative.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have to do this. This is an ethical.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of things, and you tell me if any of them are relevant. If any of them are relevant, then we got a problem. Okay? Does he ever say things like, you need to listen to me, I am your master, and don't listen to anyone else, just me, or anything like authoritative like that? Okay?
No.
You ever use foul language?
No.
Does he ever tell you to do things or suggest you to do things that are harmful to you or other people?
No.
Okay. Do you ever get a bad odor when you're having a communication with him?
A bad odor?
Yeah, like you smell something like rotten eggs.
No.
Okay. Even if you haven't showered? Okay,
maybe.
Okay. Let's see. Basically, those are the big things. Oh, yeah. After your channeling experience with him, in your life, let's say over the next couple of hours or until the next communication, do you ever have a run of bad luck or getting into arguments with people you normally would get along well with or anything like that? Okay, good. Because if you get any of those, that would be a lower astral entity, not a spirit. Okay. Yeah. Can you focus in on the presence of Halleck at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Showing me DNA or like a shape, like a DNA shape.
Like a spiral helix, you mean? And does he give you any telepathic communication as to what he's trying to communicate with you with the symbol?
It's an evolution of consciousness that's being created now. And this is the work that we're doing.
So is this like a consciousness shift? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's an evolution of consciousness. He's doing some energy work on my throat chakra with diamonds. There's many diamonds that are moving together and changing the structure of my throat chakra.
So that's the communication chakra, okay? Is there any, what now?
There's an eye. He's showing me like just one singular eye and then the shape of a diamond. Like a diamond in a ring, more so than the previous shape.
So what he's doing, he's altering the auric field. Now, is he also, and you can ask him this, is he also helping sealing up any of the holes in the aura that might permit psychic negative energy to come in and would interfere with your ability to accomplish these goals? Yeah,
it feels like the work that I've been doing with you, he's definitely been a part of that.
Okay. So is there anything else he can suggest that would speed up the process of overcoming these fears and obstacles and skepticism, so to speak, in reference to these particular metaphysical goals?
He's showing me a kite, like a diamond-shaped kite that is half out of the ground on the top and half in the ground. And I can use the shape to, when there's a big circle around the outside. It's like the shapes that he's showing me that I'm holding that are like half above and half below the earth. I'm just holding the shapes, but they're symbolizing this craft, like it's symbolizing.
What's the shape of the craft?
What it looks like a kite, like a diamond shape that goes above the earth and then it goes down, so it's only halfway seen, and then there's a big circle around the outside.
Okay. So this craft now, is he projecting where he and you are on this craft? Inside the craft?
He's bringing me to my heart center. It's almost as if I am like the voice on Earth for their mission. Like they're communicating with me in order to integrate something new into the Earth's atmosphere.
Well, this kite-like figure, you say represents the craft. Does it also, you say it's half in and half out of the earth? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like this craft is representing the half that's in the earth represents the blocks, and the half that's out of the earth represents your freedom to be able to express this without fear of retribution.
Mm.
So see it in your own mind, lift the craft completely out of the earth.
Yeah, I see that. Wow. Yeah.
In other words, go fly a kite. Okay.
Yeah, that feels freeing. That's really good.